Andrew, while we've got you here, Andrew Wilson is from Domain. Our property expert is Peter Esho from EPG. Got a call here that you both may like to address. G'day, Ali.
Hello, Lukey boy. How are you going?
I'm good, my darling. Now, you've got a question. I'll let you ask the question to the two experts and we'll see what we come up with.
Okay, hopefully they can help me out.
Hi, Ali.
Okay, so hi, how are you going?
Good, good. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for giving me advice.
Anytime.
Okay, so my brother has just bought a couple of blocks of land at Wiseman's Ferry.
Yep.
And he's building houses on them. He wants to keep one as an investment and one to sell. He's looking at other blocks of land that he's invited me to go halves with him and develop and sell. Do you think that's a good idea?
Have you previously been in business before? Have you ever
No.
had a business venture? Well, look,
No.
just from personal experience, people like to get into business ventures because it's convenient and you share the risk. But
Yeah.
it's very different to being friends or family members
Yeah, that's
doing
what I was
business
thinking.
together. So you want to make
Yep.
sure, because I've seen a lot of situations where money does ruin perfectly healthy families and perfectly
Yep.
healthy friendships. So
Yep.
just be mindful of that, just as an overarching thing. Maybe have
Right.
some rules in place. Maybe have a set strategy. What's your exit? What's the
Yep.
plan? What's your target? Where will you
Okay.
take a profit? Where will you take an exit? How
Yep.
everything works.
Okay.
That keeps you both in check, regardless of how well you know each other.
Yep.
And then what you want to do is see whether that fits in with your overall economic plan. Do you have the financial means to do this? Will you be overstretching yourself? If you
Yeah. No, I
aren't,
do. Yeah. Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, no. So I do have some money that I could invest in, but I don't know if Wiseman's Ferry. Do you know much about that sort of area? Or
Andrew Wilson from Domain, what do you think of Wiseman's Ferry?
Very interesting area, Luke. It's very tightly held. We actually don't record any sales in that area. Of course, it's I guess a recreational area. That's what we know it most for. But there's and because it's conservation, conservation nature. There isn't a lot of transactions that occur there. So I'm interested. The caller give us some details about the actual development that is underway there. That's very interesting. As I said, we don't have any recorded
that's
sales
interesting.
in Wiseman's Ferry.
Tell us a bit about the investment, Ali.
oh, okay.
Or the development, I should say.
Only what my brother's done so far. Like he just suggested that we do one together when one comes up. He's just bought a very sloping block. It's only a small size block right on the river, like is it Hawkesbury River?
Yep, it's
Yep.
the Hawkesbury River.
Yeah. So he's just bought a block of land, like very sloping block of land on the Hawkesbury River, and he's building a house as an investment there. And I think he's bought another block of land on the other, like same road, but the other side of the road. And he's planning on just building a house on that and selling to see how it goes. And if it goes well, he was going to offer to do one with me. But I'm just not sure about the whole Wiseman's Ferry area. Also because it's family you're dealing with too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
100%. And look, it's a beautiful part of the world. Is it nice? Is it a beautiful place to have a holiday house potentially? Yes. But when you're actually developing with an intent of making profit and with an intent of reselling, you want to make sure that you have as much clarity as possible into that resale. If you don't, you're opening yourself up to timing issues and volatility in the price. The reason why so many developers develop within the metropolitan area is because they know that they can sell their product with a high degree of certainty at some point. And that's very important because that's your exit. If you were to tell me that you're buying this to hold for the next 20 or 30 years, different story. If you want to put it on the market straight away, then an area like that can work in your favor, but it can always also massively not work in your favor. During 2009, where the market came off, a lot of these coastal areas, riverfront areas got absolutely punished because when the economy slows down and when people panic, they start to remove and reduce discretionary investment, right? Only what's necessary they bunker down. So unless there's a huge population growth shift or there's something so unique about this that you can put it on the market and you know that the prestige market will overpay for it, that they're the things that I'll be really considering, not how nice is the area or how cheap we can build it.
Yeah, true. Oh,
Well,
good. Thank you so much.
You got a
You're
bit to
welcome.
think about, Ali.
I know. Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
the best,
thank you
Ali.
for your call. See, folks, it's as easy as that. 13 12 83. Yeah, Andrew, are you a fan of that area?
Well, look, it is. I think what Peter was saying was spot on, Luke. That it's a highly unusual, tightly held area, and probably doesn't appeal as an investment proposition because, again, as Peter said, discretionary purchases at the high end, and it certainly would be a high end property, can tend to be volatile. At the moment, the prestige market's doing okay, but it has been quiet for a couple of years, and that does reflect that underperformance of prosperity type properties, of which this would be one, I'd guess. So yeah, look, probably a bit smarter to go into more of the meat and potatoes type of investment strategies broadly in lower, higher yielding, lower priced suburban areas in Sydney.